Josiah Kilman, 18, a student-athlete at Campbellsville University, a private Christian institute in Campbellsville, Kentucky, about 86 miles southeast of Louisville, was found unresponsive in his dorm in the early hours of February 24. Kilman, a theology major and member of the university's wrestling team, was declared dead at the hospital. An autopsy performed by the Kentucky State Medical Examiner's Office determined that Kilman died of asphyxia by manual strangulation. Campbellsville police arrested Charles Escalera, 21, in connection with Kilman's death later in the day on February 24. Police said Escalera is a sophomore at Campbellsville University, majoring in pre-engineering, and was Kilman's wrestling teammate. It's unclear whether or not Kilman, originally from Columbia Falls, Montana, about 3 hours south of the Canada-United States border, and Escalera were roommates, though Kilman was said to have lived with 3 others. But now, new details have emerged about the Kilman's death and the hours leading to Escalera's arrest. The university and its 12,000 students were placed on lockdown, requiring everyone to shelter in place. The wrestling team were said to have taken shelter at their coach's home while police searched for Escalera. They were preparing to travel to Kansas for the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics and National Wrestling Championships. The manhunt for Escalera came to a head when Kentucky State Police received a tip from a farmer in Greene County who witnessed a suspicious person go inside a barn. Escalera was arrested without incident, police said. Less than 24 hours after his death, another student and teammate, 21-year-old Charles Escalera, was arrested and charged with murder. He is also charged with burglary. Authorities said he broke into someone's home and stole food while on the run from police after Kilman's death. Escalera's bond has been set at $2 million for the murder charge and $25,000 for the burglary charge. An autopsy confirmed Kilman had died from asphyxia or strangulation. A preliminary court hearing is scheduled for this week in Taylor County Circuit Court. Campbellsville police, meanwhile, have not released a motive for the killing. Kilman's family mourned the teen's death, whom they described as compassionate and loving. Josiah influenced many hearts as he was a true example of compassion, kindness, and love, the family said in a statement. His example compelled so many others to make the same changes he wished to see in the world, and his impact on their lives will never truly be forgotten. His cousin Sarah Cook said that Kilman attended the university on a biblical scholarship. O'Brien Bird, the head coach of the Columbia Falls High School soccer team where Kilman played, called the 18-year-old a leader who taught young kids the sport at an annual summer camp. He was a full-blooded American teenage boy, a rascal like we all are in those years, Bird told the outlet. He liked to pull pranks and tell jokes. He was just like all of his friends in that regard. But he had such great leadership characteristics. He always was able to say the hard things to his buddies. In society today, kids are afraid to speak up and say things that are unpopular. But Josiah never had an issue with that. He would say what they needed to hear. He always knew when younger eyes were on him. He knew those little kids were looking up to him, and he wasn't going to waste that opportunity to make an impression in the right way. Tyler Gilfrey, 19, Kilman's childhood in Columbia Falls, described his late friend as an outstanding human being. He wasn't the dude to start fights, but he was a dude that everybody liked. I can see someone getting jealous over him just being himself, Gilfrey told the outlet. Someone who was struggling with themselves seeing someone so outstanding and outgoing, just a great human being. Dr. Joe Hopkins, president of Campbellsville University, spoke to the media on Monday. He said Josiah was a bright light with an incredible testimony. He came to us from Montana where he already was known as a person with Christian character, Hopkins said. Hopkins said this tragedy is one that has broken the community's heart. This shakes us, that this can happen even in this beautiful place of quiet and beauty, he said. But it does remind us that we must always be on guard, and I'm thankful for those who stand in that place of protection every day. A GoFundMe page was created to help Kilman's parents, Joe and Jessica Kilman. The page says they are suffering a terrible loss. There are no words strong enough to mend the broken hearts of this family right now, the page says. We are all truly in shock at the abrupt and unexpected loss of Josiah, and we are asking for an abundance of prayers for them as they grapple with this devastating tragedy.